In the bottom left, in the red, everybody's favorite Terran, he is
G-Neo Green Wings Maru.
And in the upper right, in the blue, our underdog for this group.
StarTail Heck.
See?
What, on the right?
Yeah. Looks like it's like a speed detector.
Like, yeah, I was gonna, like what the cop would
and
use
it's got
to see
like
if you're speeding.
this red light that's bouncing off of the window. So
Wow.
it's like, oh, wow. Hack's doing 120 supply and 110 supply game.
I was going to say a cop pulls up by the booth and is like, sir, you're going to 300 APM in a 200 APM zone.
It's like, oh, no, this is a TvT.
I'm sorry, officer. I thought this was the Autobahn. Well, we have cross spots here. This should be a pretty epic TvT. It's always fun when you have this much map space between the two of them in a map that is so positionally matchup that's so positionally oriented.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, it's that time again that I say every cast, but I have to say it. You can come down to our studio. Come here. It's completely free. And you can make a sign. Make a sign that gets on camera. We have all the material, by the way, here at the studio. Make a sign that gets on camera. You get 2 GSL coins.
Bring your own glitter, though.
Yeah, bring your own glitter. Because let me tell you something, guys. I'm not sharing any of my glitter with you guys.
Tasteless has me after the show help to apply his body glitter so that he can go out and party the way
That's
that he
right,
likes.
yeah. Put on my Chippendales tie and nothing else. And, yep. But come down to the studio. It is actually, by the way, it is so cold in Seoul these days.
I didn't think it was that bad today.
No, today is not that bad, but in general, Artosis, it has been brutally cold.
Yeah, Korea is very cold. It's not, but like 3 weeks ago, it was just like
it was just
negative,
unreal.
Like -7 or 8. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think this week hasn't been so bad. I'm just in a good mood.
Well, you're not sick anymore, man.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty sick to not be sick.
And then we had some great games here today. This TvT, I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is, but I'm pretty pleased with it so far.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
I thought it was going to be a slaying, a murder scene.
Well, you know, the thing is, Hack, I mean, he is here. He is popping up more and more and more recently. If you look at, like, his most recent results, he hasn't been stellar, to be honest. Like, yeah, he's qualifying for stuff. He's trying to play in everything he possibly can, online cups, qualifiers, everything. But he hasn't been that impressive, so, you know, I don't really expect that much out of him. I still don't expect him out of this group. I still expect Maru to take the series. I still expect Hack to get last place, but he's playing quite well, so can't really complain too much about him. Okay. I think the real question and the real test is like 2-3 seasons from now who's in Code S, because this was the big open qualifier that there's so much randomness. Sue, SOS, and Zest aren't in this season, okay? So Stats isn't even here. Like, what? You know, so this season I'm like, okay, this is kind of a weird, funky season. That's fine. We'll see if Hack can make it in 2 seasons from now.
Yeah, that'll be the big question.
Because he'll be in Code A and maybe he wins that.
This is already a really exciting season just in general because we have so many players back in Korea competing.
Yeah.
It's more like the old GSL we used to do the first year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see which ones, like, which of these Koreans will stick. And I have pretty strong opinions about it. Like, I think First is going to stick. I think this guy's going to be a Code S regular, probably.
Look, I don't think he's a bad choice, actually. I think he's certainly somebody who could.
Well, as soon as I see a player go back to a Kespa team, this has been like Deer has done it now.
Yep.
Innovation has done it, and now First has done it. Like, Innovation instantly won GSL, right? So, I mean, that's... I'm excited to see First play tonight. I haven't seen him play recently, but I'm very excited about it, Tasteless.
In this game, we have the Cloak about to finish up on both sides. Builds basically mirrored.
Yeah.
A little bit difference in there.
Hack a little bit quicker command center.
Yeah. But, yeah, the builds here, same idea going on. We'll see if they actually manage to do any damage when you're in starting locations like this. I mean, they're both so far from each other. It's hard for the Banshee to get in there quickly. And, in fact, you know, with Widow Mines out, you got to wonder if this is a good idea at all. He might fly right over that Widow Mine.
Yeah, we'll see. It looks like he won't for this moment. Has to be careful about how you're... Oh, should see that. Gotta be careful. Does have cloak.
Oh, nice. He gets that SCV before it finishes.
That's really nice.
And he can actually stay in that area and you know, basically continue to shut down. Zone out the SCVs. Nicely done again.
That's really nice.
And he's doing a really good job kiting with these Banshees. Meanwhile, Hellions come up over here. They're going to get that SCV. Although this should obviously just be driven out.
Nice move by Hack, though. As soon as those units go to clear out those Hellions, does come up with his own Banshee and starts killing some off. Ooh, a little bit sloppy there. Overstays is welcome. Well, that's one way to do it.
That's so funny.
It's a good move there by Maru.
Yeah.
But looks like...
meanwhile,
Maru's
this
trying to get out
Banshee
of
took
there.
a beating here, and it's actually been picked off.
Oh, another Banshee headed across the map here for Maru, whereas Hack choosing kind of the more defensive route of grabbing some Vikings. Maru wanting to get that damage done, though. And look at this. Hack's command center was nearly halfway done when Maru started. And just from that Banshee harassment, even though he even lost an SCV to those two Hellions that ran up, just from the Banshee harassment, he's actually going to have his orbital finish first. So that's actually a pretty... That is a pretty big delay that he's caused on Hack's side.
Yeah, it really is. And look at this. He's still going to have a tougher time trying to get this position over here. So Maru playing very well, although I got to say, you can't count Hack out yet. He is holding his own here against Maru.
This could be a very long game. Like, Maru's already getting that third
I think
command
it's
center.
probably going to be a very long game, most likely.
Well, with that third command center, it doesn't leave a whole lot of other options, right? Unless Hack can get down there and kill him. And this is, as you said, it's such a long map, and in these cross spots specifically, it's going to be really hard for anyone to just walk across and kill each other.
Yeah,
that extra
true.
Production cycle or so that you're going to get is pretty insane.
Well, especially in a matchup like this, let's say they're both going Marine Tank, which is your most typical TvT unit comp. Having an extra tank or having an extra wave of Marines is such a big difference. It is such an insane difference for damage output. And Stim versus Stim, whoever starts to get a small lead, that explodes to an exponential huge lead as the battle continues.
Very true. All right, now both players kind of sitting back, trying to harass each other, trying to defend as well. Definitely have a lead here for Maru. A lot more SCVs. He's done quite a bit more damage. That could change,
he's
though.
Coming up now.
This is a pretty big draw.
These Vikings cannot deny. And he's going to get the siege tanks up here in siege mode. There is a Raven here. However, it does seem that Maru basically is not going to...
These Vikings are just
bruised.
killing it.
Well, here's the problem, is that he actually can't leave Ortosis.
No.
He actually cannot leave. There's no effective way for him to pick up and run out. And we see the auto turrets coming down here now. And there's just too much here from Maru. And that's going to clean this up, no problem. At the bare minimum, I guess the Medivacs did get away, but pretty big blow. Tanks lost there for Hack. Maru keeping his tanks alive.
Yeah, that's Maru continues to gain edges all over the place here, I would say. You know, he's up 7 SCVs still. He's got a quicker third command center. He's stomped the drops. He's killed some very high-tech units here from Hack.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to lose the Raven. That thing's expensive.
No, losing the Raven, that's a real pain. It's one of those units, it's sort of like the Oracle. It just has lots of utility through the whole game. To lose it's a headache.
You might... You know, you have to have a tech lab to make one on your starport. It takes up starport time. It costs a lot. You might have a Raven Nevermore.
Wow. Whoa.
What?
That was so cute because I saw your mind working as I was like, what is he really trying to say about the Raven? Like, yeah, you're right, the tech lab. And then your face when you just put out the Nevermore, your little doe eyes looked at me.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a way of saying he won't get any more of them.
Yeah.
Just won't get any more Ravens.
Yeah. The Edgar Allan Poe jokes are real.
Who?
Never you mind, Tosis. Well, we do have a Hack coming out on the map, and he's going to secure this third base location, but it is going to be much later than Maru's that's already up and running. He's mining from there. It's looking great. And you can see the CC just now starting for Hack. So Hack actually has to do some form of... Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's more than a little bit annoying.
That is bad.
And will he actually get out? Ooh, he might. No,
Nope.
Not quite. Well, Maru continues to expand upon his lead. Look at this big supply lead right now. It's pretty crazy.
Well, he's got everything going on. I mean, Artosis, Maru's basically the guy.
He's like Stacy's mom right now.
He is. He's got it all. I want to be the guy too. We all. Everybody wants to be the guy, but he's the guy. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
there you go. Well, he's got his upgrades going. He's got third base up and running. He's cool. He's tall. He's funny. He's handsome. He's got it all.
He's not tall.
No, he's not tall. Not in real life. No, it's true.
Actually, you're taller than him.
Well, I'm taller than a lot of people. I am a big nerd, figuratively and literally.
Well, people don't seem to realize that I'm actually quite a bit taller than you.
Tosis. We are perfectly the same height. Did you guys know that Artosis is actually 5'4"? All right. We have, looks like the beginnings of a possible engagement here. He's going to rush in to the second base, hoping that it's not actually secured. The Marines are coming up, trying to gun down the tank. Barely gets that last tank, but he's not even going to have enough to defend over here. In fact, this might be really, frankly, the beginning of the end. Keep in mind, there were 2 tanks killed in the drop earlier. Really, you could sum up how a TvT is going. Not always, but it's fairly often. If you want a general rule for how the game's going, is who has lost more tanks is probably just going to lose the game. There are exceptions to this, but I think this is a 156 supply at a 101.
He's over doubled his army supply. Like, it's crazy. His economy's way better. Maru's like basically got this in the bag.
Yep.
He would really have to attack wastefully, like 4 or 5 times to get hacked back into this. Very wasteful attacks.
All right, well, he is coming up now. We see, Stim, and here comes the actual attack. Maru ready to pounce right now. And this is going to wipe out the remaining forces he has. GG. GG, yo.
That game was more like what I thought we'd see from the series, but Hack put up some good fights.
Yeah, especially in game number 2.
Yeah.
Well, guys, don't count out Hack just yet. Maru was the better player, but Hack could still do something here.
Indeed. Well, no. I don't think so, really.
Don't think so at all? All right.
No, I have a hard time seeing him getting out of this group. Even if he gets 3rd place, I'll be impressed with his with what he's done.
Well, Maru is looking very strong. He wavered for a second in game number 2, but he's really got it. Just a very solid, well-rounded Terran. No real holes in his play.
Yeah. Well, he's just, I mean, he's one of the best Terrans in the world. Has been for a long time. So we'll see how well he can do this season. I hope that he kicks some serious ass. It's always good when Maru's doing well.
Well, we've had plenty of seasons where he's the only Terran that's left, so it'll be cool to see how he does now in this GSL Code S now that we have all these new players. We're going to go take a short little break. When we come back, we're going to go on to our next match, Parting versus First. Stay tuned.